everyone, how are you guys doing today? You guys having a good one? And watching me fall off of my build here. We are just working on some concrete here. We've got this chiseled concrete, not quite the same as the vanilla concrete, but you know, it does the same thing. So we are working through making it solid here. It's kind of what I've been doing here. You can see I sort of shrank my build just a bit here, a little bit, and we've been making some progress here off camera, and we're just gonna get these taken care of here. So hope you guys are having a good day. It's been a busy week. That doesn't make too much of a mess down there. Been a busy week here for me. Just trying to get things caught up. Getting some things done here. Getting some episodes recorded. Spent a lot of time on the Odium server this week. We are in the process of moving to a new province, and that almost the same spot I fell off the last time. Moving to a new province over there, which is always good, but that does mean that we are I am working on my shaders tour, which should hopefully be out. I'm hoping it's going to be out before this video, so hopefully you guys have already seen it. I've got most of it squared away. I just need to finish up the editing on it, but that's where I'm kind of at there. There we go. Let's take a look at that. Let's go sleep real quick, and we'll take a look at our building here. But I always look forward to the to doing those shaders tours. It's one of the things that I really do enjoy doing is just the editing and putting that all together. So always a fun thing for me to do. All right, let's go take a look at our building here. You kind of see we sort of made it a little smaller, but not much smaller. And what we're gonna do is going to be working on I think I'm going to be working on parts of this. This part right here, for example, I think I'm going to flare this out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have another circle out. Let's see here. I want it to go up to about here. So 1 2 3 4 5 2 3 4 5. Now what we want to do is we want to have it double. So is that what we want? No, that's too far. Probably there. Yeah, probably gonna come up to there. And I'll show you what we're gonna do with this. We're gonna do a sort of circle out here, and we're gonna flare this up so it has a scooped look to it. And this is gonna go much higher, but I ran out of bone meal actually, for the most part. Let's take a look at what we got down below here. Got this organized in here. You saw this from the last episode. We got a little bit of bone meal in here. But not a lot. I'm gonna have to go out and do some adventuring. But I did be doing a little bit of work off camera, and we got ourselves our first cow set up here. And we got our iron one. Been slowly pulling out the materials out of it. I'm gonna go and go make some more of these as well. That's one of the things we're going to do. I'm going to walk you through this setup here today as we move to the next one. I'm going to want to show you what we've done. And I got another little elevator to get up and down a little bit easier too. So, all right. So we're going to be plowing through a lot of different things. Hopefully today, mostly going to get some of these cows moved more than anything else. And get some quests taken care of. I've been doing a few quests off camera. I'm trying to keep those on camera, but you know, some of them are going to be popping up. Let's see here. What have we been doing? Did I get... boy, I don't remember which ones we've been doing. I haven't been doing that one. We got that one. We could probably work on our... we got all of these, right? So I don't think we've actually... claimed that, have we? Ooh, we did. And we need to do this inscriber. You may be able to start some of these applied energistics one, but not really sure here. And we're definitely going to be doing some more of these. I need to get some of these things done. So we may or may not be doing some quests. I thought I must have accidentally already claimed them, which is not a good thing. But been picking up some supplies, collecting some materials. Need to be working some of the cows in here. We're on day 84. You can see they're up in the upper left corner. So I need to get some things going here. So what I think I'm gonna do is gather up some of the materials, and we're gonna walk through setting up the one of these cow chambers down here. That'll be the first thing that we're gonna do today, is set up probably one more down here. I've got an idea which one I want to do, but I need to build all of these components in here. So that is the next thing I want to do. I'm going to go bring some chests down, start putting in some of these components, and go from there. So let me get my next step going, and then we will walk through the building of one of those chambers. So I'll be back with you here in just a bit. All right, welcome back. So let's build. I've got ourselves set up enough for 3 of these gadgets. Let's just call them that. But we're just going to set up the one here. More than is what we're going to do, and we're going to do it like this. No, we're going to do it like this. And we're going to pack these things in pretty tight, because we're going to, in the long run, we're probably going to have a bunch of these set up and running, and are going to need the space on them. All right, so let's gather up some things here. Let's put down our basin right here, and our tank. And those basically are going in a very specific spot. All right, so let's grab some glass out of here. And just move you out of the way. And we need, let's see here, one there, and one there. And then gonna use that to stand up on. All right, and there's our setup. We just put glass around it, and we're sharing this one right here between the two of them. And then we're gonna drop our other cow in there. There we go. We're gonna use our fluid yellowronium is what we're gonna do. And the reason is we need we're gonna need power here real soon, and I'm gonna see if at all possible I can just bypass our some of the more basic generators and see if I can get right into some of the reactors that's going. So that and that. All right, so the real trick with this is getting this section right here set up, and it's pretty straightforward, kind of. All right, so what we have here, as you can kind of see here, is we have a bunch of these two-way paths. They go in and out on both sides of these. See this little arrow right there? That means it's coming out. That means it's coming out. And what we need to do is we need to set up, we're going to set up some filters, and that's what these are right here. And we're going to put filters on each of these. So let's start off with the first step, which is configuring this tank. And the thing we need to do on this tank is we need to have, let's see here, right click on it there, and we want this to go in and out. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a bucket up here, and when it's full, this tube is going to pull it out, and when it's empty, it's going to leave it in here. Down here, this tube is going to pull it out when it is empty and push it in when it's full. And the way we do that is we're going to use these filters, and these filters in a very specific manner. So let's configure this top one first. So this top one, what we're going to do is we're going to change this to in and out, right? And this is in the insert mode. And what we want to do is we want to come over to our extract mode. We want to make this always active, and then we're going to put this filter in here. Oh, I got the right filter. Be kind of, yeah, I grabbed the wrong filters. Yep, I grabbed the wrong filters. Let's go craft up some other filters. I totally did the wrong one. Thought those looked weird. But we need to put some filters in there. And let's grab that. This filter. And we need some hoppers and some paper. Let's see here. I need 2 of these, so I need a handful of paper. 2 more sheets there. And do I have any more? There we go. Yep, I thought I had some. I still gotta get the rest of the way organized here. Not doing the greatest job. Alright, so let's build our hopper. And that. And that. And then our basic filter. Just like that. And I need 2 of them. So we need another hopper. And this is one of the reasons why I put our iron cow in there first, is we're slowly working our way through this. All right, back to this. So we're up here, and you can right there. So we're in our in and out, and on our insert, or on our extract, we've got it set to always active, and we're going to put one of the filters in. And what we want to do is when it's extracting, what we want to do is we're going to set up what's called a blacklist. A blacklist means we're not going to, anything on this blacklist does not come through. So what we want to do is we're going to put an empty bucket in here. And what we want to do is we want to blacklist the empty bucket. So it will never extract an empty bucket, right? And that's kind of what we want, because in here, if we have an empty bucket, we want it to sit there until it's ready to go. So on the bottom one, what we're going to do is we're going to go back into this in and out. We're going to do the insert on the extract side again. We're going to make it always active, and we're going to put this other filter on here. And what we're going to do is on this one, we're going to put a white list, and that we're also going to have as an empty bucket. So what will happen is the white list means that the only thing that it'll ever extract out of this side is going to be the empty bucket. So what's going to happen is we're going to do the way that this works is this fluid tank is going to bring in the fluid, put it into it, and then give us an empty bucket. An empty bucket is going to go into this filter and get pulled up back into here. Then when this item gets pulled, and then it's going to sit up here as an empty bucket. This filter does not like empty buckets, so it won't pull it. And as soon as it actually gets the fluid out of the cow, it'll push it down over here and put it into the tank. All right, so let's load this thing up. We got our bucket in here, and what we want to do is we want to have it the upper left slot, right? And we're going to set this to entity, and there it just pulled it and empty bucket back, and you can see right here it was really quick. We now have a bucket of fluid in our tank here. All right, so the next step of that is going to be this step, which is going to be to extract the fluid from here and put it into this casting basin. And what we want to do is we want to make this an always on extract, and this side doesn't matter. So there we go, and it's in the cast basin, right? And hopefully it's going to pull through. This particular ore. Oh, there it is. Block of yellow rhodium. There it was. It did finish it right there. And then it's going to start again. So as soon as this cow is ready to be, quote, milked again, it's going to process and put the items in here. And then it's just going to keep pumping them into here. And we'll slowly get our uranium, as it were. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put it into here. And we're going to do that with a couple of item conduits, and we're just going to insert. And what'll happen is this, as soon as this is full, so this is an item conduit, and it's not a fluid conduit, so we can't take that fluid out of here. But as soon as there's a solid block, it's going to extract it out and insert it into here, and we will slowly start getting ourselves more and more of that material. And then we got 2 cows going, and we should be good to go. So we're going to start going along those lines. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go get rid of these filters. I am going to go start the process of moving a couple more cows down into here with these golden lassos. It sure does make it easy. And get at least 2 more of these set up so we got a full thing in here. Probably going to move this around a little bit. But it's not a big deal because if I break any of these along the front here, where these are sitting here, so you watch this one pop out here. As soon as it's done cooling, it's going to go right back into, see there's 452. And as soon as this is done cooling, see the percentage bar moving. It's going to pull it right out. Now the nice thing about it is that because we have this buffer tank right here, if I leave something in this basin, it's not going to matter. And there's 153 there. It's not going to matter if anything's stuck in here because the fluid will just keep coming into there, which is really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple more of these set up. Go figure out which cows we want to move in here. I've got 2 more mechanical users set up and ready to go. And we'll get those moved in and get a couple more materials going in here and get ourselves some resources going. So let me go work on that, and I'll be back with you here in just a bit. All right, everybody, welcome back. We have been making a little bit of progress here. Let me do this a third time. Actually, this is the third time I've been recording this ending. I hit the wrong button once, didn't actually record it, and then my OBS software crashed. But hey, third time's the charm, they say. So we got our 4 cows in here. Got these other 2 set up and installed. We are doing Enderium, and I've also got a tank of Resonant Ender going as well, which I think is going to be a huge help. It's a cooling fluid for the uranium as well. And I've also done a little bit of building up at the top here. So let's go take a look at this and sort of show you what we're kind of doing here. So I've been getting this slowly working my way out. And this is what my idea has been, is I'm going to slowly work the size of this all swooping up into the top of this tower. And this top of this tower is going to go quite a bit higher, and then sort of flare out at the top in a similar style. And this isn't the final shape of this. I'm just getting the basic shape in place, but the final design is going to have a lot more details. And that's one of the things I need to get your guys' help with. So one of the things is I've got this grass here, and I want to make sure you, to sort of show you guys this. This grass, I'm doing a lot of landscaping, a lot of trees and so forth. So there'll be some green around here. But I need an accent color or a complementary color to that to add into this. And I'd love to hear you guys' suggestions on what color that should be. Definitely add it in as part of the windows, as sort of shapes going up and down at any of those other things that you guys can think of. I'd love to hear your guys' feedback on there. But that is what I got time for today. So let me I've already done this once, so we're going to get a second one. Let me grab a chance cube here. I was able to, when I was exploring around a little bit earlier, not today, but off camera, and was able to find some chance cubes and get them picked up. So I've been, got a handful of them, and let's go over to this island over here and see if we can get myself blown up or destroyed over here with this chance cube, because you know the last one I got some bookshelves and that was it. It wasn't kind of exciting, so let's pop this thing down and see what happens. So all right, let's see what happens here and take our chances. We got a book. Did you know Funway Guy created the original D20 model and animation? Didn't know that. So, a little bit of trivia there. Sometimes these things are different. Sometimes these are helpful. Sometimes they're just sort of, you know, stuff. You never know what you're going to get on there. But that is what I got time for today. Thank you guys very much for spending the time with me. I'd love to hear your feedback, your ideas for colors, what you guys think of this towers the way we're going. I'd love to hear what you think about that. As always, you can leave me a comment down below or find me on Twitter at @awanderingnerd. On Twitter at @awanderingnerd. Yes. Sorry, I had a cough there. I got the mic turned off. Make sure I didn't do it in your guys' ears. Hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button down below. And, you know, as always, if you want to see more like this, definitely take the time and hit that subscribe button. I love to hear what you guys think. So those are always great to do. But that is what I got time for today. Thank you very much again. It's kind of slowly putting this base together. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more going as well on this area, get some landscaping done and get some accents done to this. So again, this is A Wandering Nerd.